4:16 p.m., October 7th, 2025. I was asleep between 8:30 a.m. and 3:15 p.m. in a small shed here, half mile north of Fairbank on B68. There's a broken down house, the mobile home I haven't slept in since spring of 2024. The travel trailer I've not slept in yet. If anybody's been in these vehicles or the mobile home, they have not been invited. I don't know who they are. I've not had anybody out on this property since 2016. The only people that should have been on this property since 2016 are me and my father, Jerry, who's 84. That's Fairbank past that travel trailer. There's my Epiphone Excellente. Here's my scarred finger. My valuable stones. My parents' valuable stones. I get 50% when they're sold. Found all of the valuable stones in my parents' property, as I've said. More new information on the Charlie Kirk murder yesterday. What was it? Candace Owens came up with a couple new things that said that 48 hours, 2 days before his murder, he had said he can no longer support the pro-Israel cause. She showed proof of that. What was the other thing she had? I don't remember. But I showed there wasn't much interest or reaction to me showing video and photos of the camera woman smiling after Charlie Kirk was shot right in front. But I showed that, and my theory on that is there's a possible second shot coming from modified cam, which, some people might think that's wild, but this is a political assassination. So nothing is out of bounds. Anything that is possible could have happened there. And that's what that's what I think may have been responsible for the neck wound, a second shot, and a first shot coming from a high-powered rifle, which caused cavitation in his neck. Cavitation is what happens when a high-powered round hits a body. It causes it to blow out, expand quickly, and that's what happened with his neck, which broke his necklace, which had a cross on it, which puffed up his shirt on the left side, and you can see the cavitation in his neck area when he dies. I believe he was shot at a little bit elevated position from the right rear behind the ear, which would have immediately killed him. It would have been the brain stem, which would have immediately killed Charlie. Stopped his heart, which is why there wouldn't have been much blood, which there was not much blood, because getting shot in the neck would not explain not much blood. There would have been a whole lot of blood if that was the only shot, or if it was the shot from the front and that was the only shot, there would have been a whole lot of blood, and there wasn't. So that was that. There's more information on this Josh Hammer guy, who is part of Turning Point, I believe, or he was just represented the people, the Jewish donors for Turning Point. I don't remember exactly what his role is, but he dug up a tweet from 2012 or 2013, the day before Charlie was assassinated, I think to try and make it, to put shade on Trump by digging up a tweet that he said something about a public execution. And then that was a day after Charlie had said that he could no longer support the pro-Israel cause. So it was a day after that this Josh Hammer pulled up a tweet from 12 years ago, and a day before Charlie Kirk was assassinated. So it just looks very, very suspicious that a guy that knew Charlie Kirk had turned against Israel, digs up a tweet 12 years old where it says he deserves someone deserves public assassination from Trump. So it just kind of looks like he's trying to throw guilt on Trump for something that may have been planned ahead of time. But Israel's looking more and more suspicious in this whole thing, which I knew from the very beginning it looked that way, which I've said it looked that way to me. So this is for youtube.com/@ WADEALANHEINEMAN. I do not text anyone other than my mother, and sometimes like for sale items, or someone contacts me about one of my properties, which hasn't happened in a couple of months. I still have the 44 properties in Iowa. They're all mine. If anybody did anything with them or tried to, they're going to prison for 10 to 20 years, and nothing will happen on my end. The properties will be returned to me as they were, with all the paperwork as it was. I have not signed any documents to sell. I've never gambled. Was indicated I had a card game or something with somebody. I bought a deck of cards 2 months ago. I haven't even opened it yet at Dollar General. I'm not a card player. I don't like playing cards. I've never been a gambler since high school. Like I said, I went to the dog track in high school and lost money every weekend, so that cured me of gambling. I'm not a gambler. Last time I gambled was in Las Vegas in 2011, and I haven't since in any way. I've never been a gambler, never gambled online once, never been with a male transgender child, never been in the military, never been married. I haven't been on a plane or jet since 2011, not known anybody that rode a motorcycle since 2005. I will never be with a male transgender child, never have been, never will be. It's all stage lies, whatever it is. I was born 11/4/71 in Iowa. Male, heterosexual since birth, anatomically correct. Penis, testicles born with, still have them. 8 to 9 inches when I'm erect, 3 to 6 when I'm not. Nothing's changed since I fathered a child in 1995. So whatever, 2 testicles, still have them as well. So I don't know how they're staging the lies, but they keep hitting me with energy attacks almost daily. They did again today. I woke up and they were hitting me with an energy attack assault, which as I've said in the past, which I just assume people remember, is that it temporarily shrinks your penis and testicles when you're hit with these energy attacks as well. And they're hitting me for hours on end every day that they do it. And they've done it all spring and summer, which causes the major edema in my body, swelling in my gut, legs, and feet. And so, I mean, it affects my whole body when they're doing this shit to me. It's not like it's just some minor injury to my body. This is why I'm trying to explain is torture. PQR 841. It is torture. They're not trying to cure me for cancer. They've been doing this since 2013. Any doctor that claims I had cancer or leukemia and they're trying to cure me from that, they're trying to take credit for me healing on my own while they torture me and try to give me diseases. That's what they're doing. Do not believe them. They are rotten. And as I said, the satellites we need to drastically reduce the amount of satellites that are going up into the space, because the more of them that are up there that have capability to assault people like they're doing to me, the more people are going to be assaulted. And then, they will be in control of us with all those satellites up there. They need to all be tracked as far as their capabilities, and we need to drastically stop the amount of them going up there. Once they get them all up there, they will control everybody's life. Signing off. This is not overstating anything. I know how much they've improved their ability to torture me in this. Anywhere in this area they can hit me, which was not possible even 3 years ago or 2 years ago. It's only their increased capabilities have caused them to be able to hit me anywhere up in this area now. Signing off, Wade Allen Heineman, 53 years old, white male, heterosexual, born 11/4/71 in Iowa. Always lived in Iowa, not been outside Iowa in months.